I'm Mark Gonzalez. I'm your host tonight. Like I said, this is the Sandy Shore Comedy Graduation Showcase. And I like to tell people when we start these shows that we are here because all of you at one point in your life told someone that's getting on this stage tonight, "You're funny. You should be a comedian." And this is exactly where it ends up, people, at the world famous Comedy Store. Come on, make some noise for everyone. They're living their dreams here. I like to do this. Does anyone here have roommates? Yes? You know what? You're pointing at your roommate? Do you hate it? I hate it when my roommates steal my shit. I freaking hate that. Walking around the house going, "Where's my shoes? Mom, who took my shoes? Dad? Oh, this is BS. This has got to stop." Woo! This is good. No, it's good, man. I'm just the MC. This is from here. It's like we're building from here. You go, man, that MC is really crushing it up there, and it's going to get better, folks. You've come out on a great night. I have seen a couple of these performers. I was just up in Hollywood 2 nights ago. A couple of these guys came up there and crushed it in front of those audiences, and they're coming back down here to do it in front of you. Like I said, these guys are making their dreams happen, and we're going to have a good time, right? Yes, we are. I like more of a TV type thing. I don't like when the TV talks to me. So this whole answering questions thing, I want you guys to be really excited because these people are going to feed off of your energy and we're going to have a good time. And like I said, I'm Mark Gonzalez. If you guys need anything tonight, just make a lot of noise and we'll take care of you, the world famous Comedy Store. And let me just start off by doing this. I had to go help my parents the other day. I helped my dad get rid of his console TV. Who knows what console TV is? Thank you. Poor people. We have poor people here. Give it up for the poor people. They made it out tonight. That's awesome. For those of you that don't know what the console TV is, was before you could hang a TV on the wall, it used to be a piece of furniture in the living room. If you don't know what that is, go to Grandma's house right now. Lift up the tablecloth where the new TV is, and there's a console TV right underneath there, because that shit does not move. Yeah. The problem with that TV is the knob always broke off on that thing. And what'd you do when the knob broke off on there? Pliers. Yes, that's a poor person right there. Because that is what poor people did. Poor people got the pliers. If you were doing a little better off, you'd have said vice grip because at least those are the expensive pliers, and we all know that. But you know what smart people do? My dad would grab the knob off the stove. Yeah. Dad's watching TV and "Hey Mark, put in the People's Court." "What channel's it on, Poppy?" "I think it's on Royal." Thank you for a half-assed laugh there. I'll call you out on that bullshit. And my mom would get mad. She's like, "Damn man, every day the same thing. I'm not cooking up in this house to take my knob every day." So she has to scrounge around the house looking for a new knob. She's always teaching my sister how to cook. They'll be in the kitchen like, no, mija, never cook the chicken on permanent press. Thank you for that one. Oh, my TV growing up too was in Spanish. You know, I was 7 years old before I found out Shaggy and Scooby spoke English. Anyone else? Any other Latinos here? Just me. I gotta get back to the kitchen after this. 7 years old, finding out Shaggy and Scooby spoke English. Before that, every Saturday morning was like, "Hey, Scoob, me gusta el hamburguesa grande." Like, "Yeah, me gusta el hamburguesa también." But they don't always get all the words right. Like every now and then, like Shaggy and Scooby, "Vamos a estar uno." Goes. Hold on. Usually I wait for something. Woo! That's better, man. You're so with it. You are a great crowd. You guys are. Give it up for yourselves one more time. Come on. I think this is so good. Let me start this off. You know, I'm going to bring up your first comedian for the evening. You're going to love this guy. I do. I've met him a few weeks back. He's a great comic. You guys know. I want you to make a lot of noise for Christian Escalante, people. Come on. All right, that was Christian for you. You are Latino, right? You guys usually move faster than that.
Yeah, sometimes I remember my name though.
Usually Xavier.
Right, yeah, not Escalante, sorry. Don't worry, it was the weed from earlier. We were talking about bud, right? Oh, I know that was beer, sorry.
Give it Christian Xavier, come on, people!
Sorry about that. Do we have any other Latinos in the house tonight? Alright, well, shooting out in the back of the kitchen. Sounds good. And some busting some tables. Alright. Do we have any non-Mexican Latinos in the house? You got a couple rules. Alright, welcome to Southern California. You know you're tourists. Because in Southern California, if you are Latino, you are Mexican, born and raised. If you're in New York, we all know Puerto Rican. If you're in Miami, Florida, we all know you are a wonderful swimmer. I know where your minds were at. Let's not be racist now. I will say this though, I do get confused for other ethnic backgrounds on a regular basis. I was in Pacific Beach one time, for example, and this beautiful woman came up and said, "What part of the Middle East are you from?" Mexico. She had the nerve to tell me I was wrong. Like, really? Wow. That's not even the worst situation. The worst situation that happened to me as far as ethnic confusion. I was having lunch with a friend of mine and his very intelligent girlfriend. And in conversation, I mentioned something along the lines of, oh, temple this, temple that. She turns to me and asks, "Are you Jewish?" I ask her one question. "What's my name?" "Christian?" Ask me again. "Christian, are you Jewish?" 6 months later, same configuration, the three of us. I say configuration because I'm an engineer. Weird like that. So it's my friend, his girlfriend, I don't know why he's still with her, and me. We're having lunch. I mentioned Mass, and she's like, "You're not Jewish!" Really? 6 months? Rachel Goldberg, it took you 6 months to figure out any Christian? Yeah, she wasn't the brightest person. But it's all good though. We moved on, and I believe since then she has gotten an iPhone and she can look things up real quick. Do we have anybody who likes iPhones in the house? That was enthusiastic. Like, woo! Alright, so with the iPhone situation that I came across, I was having a conversation with my friend, and she was insistent on pre-purchasing or pre-ordering the iPhone 4. New body style was gonna be sexy, she wanted the white one. I was like, well, it's not available, just get the black one. She's like, no, I need to have the white one. And it dawned on me, it's the black iPhone, we just can't get insurance. But being an actress, she needed to get to her appointments on time, so the white iPhone would help her out there. Crazy. But there's a few differences I noticed between the black and white iPhones in addition to that. Like the ringtones, for example. It's like you get the white iPhone, you go to the iTunes store, whatever that thing is called, and you can buy a ringtone for like $1 or something like that. On the black iPhone, it's always a 50-cent ringtone for some reason. That's confusing. And the stuff that they come up with is like classical music from white iPhone, a little bit of Beethoven, Vivaldi. On the black iPhone, it's like, "You're down with AT&T, yeah, you know me." It's not bad. I will say this though, I was walking by Home Depot, not because I'm Latino. I was walking by Home Depot, but I came across a weird object, a brown iPhone. Obviously illegal because Apple only makes black and white iPhones, so let's not go crazy there. I picked it up and I started to use it a little bit. Scrolling through, it had 15 apps I didn't want. But it's okay because the government ended up paying for those. But with those apps though, I realized there was a couple of map apps. I was like, cool, I'm gonna go visit a friend of mine in Texas. So I put in the address and Arizona wasn't on the map. The brown iPhone isn't allowed in Arizona, people. I had no idea. So it was a defective phone, so I decided, being right there at Home Depot, I need to get rid of it. So I took it right back over the fence section of Home Depot, just to get rid of it. If you guys didn't realize, that is a border reference. Yeah, I got no laughs there. Thank you for the pity laugh. That was awesome. I will say this though. Keep going down the iPhone route. I was at UCI visiting an ex-girlfriend of mine, and I found a yellow iPhone. Chinese knockoff, obviously. What was interesting about the yellow iPhone though is that the screen was not something I could read. It was the 240 pixels by about 3, so it was aligned to me, but a full screen to her. I tried using the GPS function on that one as well. It was interesting. It didn't give me turn-by-turn directions per se. It was more of a go faster, go slower, weave left, weave right, brake, turn your neon lights on. I will say this. So once you do start comparing the 4 iPhones, both the 2 legitimate ones, black and white, and the knockoffs, brown and yellow, you start to notice there's a few differences in their functionality. For example, if you start looking at the GPS and mapping function of Siri or restaurants, on the white iPhone, you get a nice fish market or something like that, nice 4 or 5 star restaurants. On the black iPhone, Church's Chicken, Popeyes. That's not so bad. We got a lot of options on the brown iPhone. There was Humbertos, Heribertos, Robertos, Gilbertos. They didn't have enough room on the screen. But on the yellow iPhone, this is what got me. Petco and PetSmart.
Oh my gosh, that is messed up. I apologize.
Alright, in any case, I'll wrap up with this. It's a rough economy these days, and there's a few things that stood out recently to me. For example, I was driving down the street and I saw somebody walk up to a guy holding a cardboard sign and reach into a paper bag and hand him a bunch of carrots. So that guy said, alright, cool, and he went off to the other corner and sat down. So the guy who had given the guy the carrots pulled out a cardboard sign and just stood there. So when you're paying for real estate by using carrots just so you can stand on the better corner, you know it's kind of bad. But I am lucky to still have a job in this economy. But if I ever do lose my job, I will just go stand outside of Home Depot. Yes, because I am Latino this time. And the thing is, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to do any manual labor whatsoever. I'm just going to translate all the guys that pull up in the trucks that don't speak Spanish to the guys standing in line for work and take a cut. So I'm going to be like a middleman between the labor and the guys with the money to finance it. I guess I'm kind of Jewish on that front, aren't I? Alright, that is my time tonight, guys. Have a good one.
What was that? All right. Christian Xavier, come on. I feel bad because that guy and I really are friends. A lot of comments go, well, be my friend, blah, 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 but I really do like that guy. Based on his name. Will you forgive me, Christian?
Sometimes.
Will you go back on that video and like dub in the right name? Because he's recording for tonight, so he's got that kind of power, people. Yeah. Let him hear it. Let him hear it. He's still there. I'm going to bring up your next comic. This is going to be his first time up on stage. He's breaking his comedy cherry tonight in front of you people. Make a lot of noise for Oren Goodman. Come on.
Alright, so my name is Oren Goodman, and I am the sexiest man in America.
Yeah!
Only my mother thinks so. My mom is Jewish. My family's been Jewish for generations, so I grew up Jewish, and I grew up knowing it could be anything I want, like a doctor, or a lawyer, or a doctor, or a lawyer, or a comedian. I guess I could have done the other two, but my mom brags about me enough as it is. The other day, just as I was leaving to go out to a bar for the night, my mom was telling me how just how handsome and intelligent I was, which is true, but it always causes a problem every time I go out to a bar, because so many women just come up and want to talk to me, so now I've decided I'm going to take a bring another mission. When I do date, I tend to date a lot of Jewish women. That's because I couldn't be any more of a mention any less than erotic. So I haven't had a girlfriend for a while, but last time I had a girlfriend. Before that, I was kind of depressed. Oh, I don't want a girlfriend. Then I got one. I was like, oh yeah, I remember why this is such torture. It's like one day we were just texting back and forth. I got a text that said, "What are you up to?" And I was like, text back, "Going to the store." She sent the most genius thing I've ever heard. Why? Why? Why am I going to the store? Well, because I work for the CIA, and the person I'm following is out of eggs and milk. So I have to go over there and check out what they're doing. And, I grew up Jewish, and we had to celebrate all Jewish holidays. And when you're celebrating Jewish holidays, it's like being in a bad musical all the time. Hanukkah, we had to light the menorah. For those of you who don't know what it is, it's a candle holder. So we had to light the menorah, then we had to sing. Oh Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Great, we're singing about exactly what we're doing at the time. And then it gets worse. On Shabbat, we have to light the candles and sing this prayer. Motzi lechem min haaretz, we give thanks to God for bread. Our voices join in song together, as our prayer is humbly said. So you can see the genius lyrics in that. And it's like, I'm wondering, is this what I'm supposed to do, like all the time? Like in real life, am I supposed to when I parking my car at the store because I have to do a CIA assignment, and I take out my keys to lock the door, am I supposed to sing like, now I'm gonna push the button and lock it, and then I'm gonna put the keys in my pocket.
Keep it going for more people. Sexiest man in America right there, ladies. Single ladies right there. Don't go too far. I'm going to bring up your next comic. You know, we're talking about people doing their first time on stage. A lot of comics got their start right here at the Comedy Store, or the Comedy Store in Hollywood. A lot of them started pretty young. Like your next comic is 13 years old. This is going to be his first time up here on the Comedy Store stage. Make a lot of noise for Siraj and Ronnie. Come on, guys. Give it up, guys.
I'd first like to congratulate Whitney Houston. She's today 200 days sober. Alright, how are we doing tonight, guys? I'm Siraj, I'm 13 years old, I'm horny. I think being a teenager is, you are horny, you are perverted, you know? And I'm not as much a harm to society, more of a harm to myself, you know? I probably masturbate so much I'm going to be getting carpal tunnel and calluses on my fingers. And, sorry. The thing with being horny and perverted is I need to hide that from my parents, and it's hard when they're always being suspicious and asking questions. You know, like Siraj, were you drinking milk on your bed? Did you drop some milk on your bed? Milk? Oh, milk. Yeah, it was milk. Or like, who's Ron Jeremy and why is he on the computer screen? 9.75 inches.
Years old.
And the thing about being perverted, I always wondered, you know, how does that develop? Like, have I always been perverted and horny? Like, was I a sperm and I was jacking myself off with my flagellum? Like, what was I doing? I started to see this. My little brother, he's 8 years old, all right, and this week he got his first erection. And the thing is, I mean, it's just, because until that you're 8 years old, you know, you just have your penis, you know, it's just there. It's my pee-pee, you know, it's just there. You just pee with it, you don't do anything with it, but then it becomes something more. It becomes like a way to express yourself, you know? And it's just, it's new. It's like, what if our eyeballs started popping out? That'd be new to us, you know? That's kind of how it would be for my little brother. And so he's just lying down on his bed, naked, right? And it just pops up, and he's freaking out. He goes, "Mom, I have a tantrum! Mom, I have a tantrum!" And then my mom comes in, and I'm just outside. I'm laughing because he's trying to push it down. He's like, it's like a fucking whack-a-woo. And it was a hard week.
Right.
The Olympics were this summer, but I didn't give a shit because they're boring. But the only thing that was interesting was that China, they really interested me because they use the same fucking person for every event. I've been through a lot of maids, and my maid's Mexican, and everyone's is Mexican. There's no such thing as a white maid, you know. You see in movies and TV shows, there's the hot maid, you know, the one that wears like lingerie clothes and bends down and stuff. But my maid's a fat 7-year-old Mexican woman. Like, where's my hot maid? And the thing about my maid is she always makes me feel guilty, like she's my slave or something. Like she'll be putting my stuff, and she'll like look at me all mad, like. Madre chingo, like she'll start cussing in Spanish at me, and then she's like, "I'm going to steal your iPod," and it's scary to me. When I was little, I never really listened to my mom. I really should have, but when I was younger, I always used to like those Luna bars that are made for women, and she always used to tell me, you know, don't eat them; they're for women. And then I'm just like. Okay, but then I would take like a box of them into my bathroom and start just eating s'mores Luna bars, and then she's like, you know, they're for women. You're gonna grow boobs, and I did. So that's. Does anyone miss the real MTV? Like, do you miss MTV Unplugged back when MTV had music? Like. MTV is to music now as Barack Obama is to politics. I remember MTV Unplugged, Nirvana. I know a lot of you guys are saying, you know, you weren't even alive to see that, but now there was Courtney Love. And, alright, guys don't like my Nirvana joke. All apologies. And MTV now, it's just these shows with like teen moms and then like Jersey Shore, which is basically just Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, except the Oompa Loompas fuck each other. And it's really frustrating that MTV isn't, you know, what it used to be. I always hate when, I always have noticed, but I see older men, they like get in groups, like they're gonna go out to a club, and they're like, man, I'm gonna get some pussy. Like, why do you refer to all women as pussy? Like, is that all you want to bring home? Just the vulva? Is that all you're looking at? Like, why do you have to refer to them as pussy? Like, what if you just walked into a club and you're like, excuse me, man, may I have your vagina? Like, that, it doesn't work like that. The thing about getting older, when I was younger, adults would always smile at me. They would always just, you know, and then I'd look at them like, and then, but now, like, I think it's, when I kind of got a mustache when I was like 9 years old. It's just the thing. And I went to Costco, and when I was exiting Costco, the guy didn't put a smiley face on my receipt. Like, what the fuck, man? And then I just remember from there, adults would just like stop smiling at me. Like I tried to start like, you know, I tried to start like a connection with them, but they'd just be like, who's that fat fuck? I'm glad he's not my son. But you know, that's how it is with maturing and, you know, puberty, and hopefully I'll turn out okay. Thanks, guys.
You follow that. I'm gonna bring up your next comedian. Her introduction was she likes donuts. Woo! Who doesn't like donuts? Come on, people. Let's hear it for donuts. And also let's hear it for Amanda Chandler.
Hey, hi there. Ooh. I'm Amanda. I'm from Michigan, if you can't tell from the accent. And as you can see, I'm a little tall. You notice that I'm a little tall? Just want to answer a couple of the questions that I'm sure you have for me right now, which is, Amanda, did you play basketball in high school? I never get that question, ever, no. And no, I did not play basketball in high school. Oh, I know. Did you just get back from the Olympics, where you obviously played volleyball, right? No, not that either. Hey, Amanda, how tall are you? 5 feet, 13 inches exactly. Right on the dot, yes. But you're wearing heels, so obviously you're a little taller, right? Yes, actually I'm 5 feet, 16 inches now. That's totally right. Why are you even wearing heels? Aren't you tall enough as it is? Because I'm a slut. Sluts wear heels. Okay? Just get out of my way if I start to fall, though, because it's like a motherfucking giraffe going down. It is not pretty. Not pretty. Being tall does have its advantages, though. If I'm ever in a dark alley by myself, I'm not afraid of getting attacked, because no one really wants to get tangled up in this mess. Nope, not at all. It's sort of funny watching people's reactions to my being tall. I walked into Starbucks the other day, and this woman was super excited to see me. She was like, really wanted to ask me something. And I get up to the counter, and she leans in and she goes, "Are you a member of Tall Club International?" Bitch, no. I'm gonna join some club for tall people where you're gonna sit around and tell tall tales? I got it. We can go to a restaurant and we can make tall orders. And then we can drink tall glasses of water, talk about our tall people issues, and then we can embrace each other in a really tall hug. Look like praying mantises on top of each other. So I mentioned I was from Michigan. I moved here recently to be with my fiance. Which is cool. He's actually from San Diego, so he knows his way around the city, or better yet, he's had his way with this city, apparently. So when I first moved here and he's taking me around, he's like, "Hey babe, over there, that's where I got my first blowjob." Awesome. Thank you for showing me that. "Over there, that's where I lost my virginity, and right there, that's where I took someone's virginity. And over there, that's the corner I used to hook at. So, yeah." So now when I'm trying to get around, it's like, okay, let me think about this. I gotta make a left, right past Blowjob Alley, and then I'm gonna head down to Virgin's Canyon. Then I'm gonna take a right, go for about a quarter of a mile, I'll hit Titty Touch Point. And then right there is Rite Aid. Where I'm trying to go. Rite Aid. So Rite Aid, that's an interesting place. I always feel like when I go there, I'm being judged by the employees. Because when I go to check out, you know, I go there for the stuff that I really need. Like, you go there immediately because you gotta get toilet paper or whatever. It's the stuff that you can't wait for the weekend for, right? You gotta get it now. And I get there, I'm going to check out, and it's like duct tape, rubber gloves, condoms. What? I'm staying in this weekend. Or chocolate ice cream, M&M's, tampons. Totally PMSing, you're absolutely right. Yes, you've got me, PMSing. Speaking of tampons, ladies, how many of us are wearing them tonight? Really? Right? Don't you feel like there's too many choices when it comes to feminine products? Like, seriously, there's an entire aisle at Target dedicated to feminine products. Maxi pads on one side, tampons on the other. Unscented, scented, heavy flow, regular flow, light flow. I'm just trying to get some flow. Seriously, I just need something to make the bleeding stop. Thank you, that's all I have.
Amanda, keep it going. Thank you very much. We'll keep this thing rolling. Your next comic, he's 13, going on 30, going on dirty. Make a lot of noise for Godfrey, people. Come on.
That clap couldn't have been any longer. Looks better over there. So how is everyone tonight? Yeah, good. You got it wrong, I'm actually 15. So, I'm 15, and a few years ago I wasn't doing very well. Okay, I was fucking up in school, I was doing awful. And so they took me to a psychologist. The psychologist told me I had ADD. That's not the real diagnosis. The real diagnosis is IDGF. I don't give a fuck. So they prescribed that. So they prescribed Adderall to me. And it changed my life, changed my entire life. I started doing really well in school, my grades got up, and on top of it all, I was able to make a lot of money on the side by selling it on cheats. I think animals in other countries have different attitudes. So do you think animals in other countries have different attitudes? Like cows, for example. Like, say you go to England, do all the cows have top hats and monocles, you know, like, I do moo. Say you go to Germany, do all the cows, instead of having spots, they have swastikas. And they're all like, sick, moo! Even here, we have to have something weird, you know, like you see two cows talking in the field somewhere. Hey, did you see Jennifer last night? No, what happened to Jennifer? Well, she got implants. What? How big? Big enough to make the men go, oh my God! Let's move lunch. Have you heard these new company slogans? They're weird now. Like, for Wendy's, where's the beef? Yeah, exactly. Where the fuck is it? It's definitely not my fucking burger. Have you heard the new Chick-fil-A slogan? We didn't invent the chicken, but gay people should not be able to get married. This is kind of a stupid slogan. I travel a lot. And when you travel a lot, you start to notice differences between the United States and other countries. And for example, the way they sell things. Take Men's Warehouse, for example. Their slogan in the United States is, you're going to like the way you look, I guarantee it. In other countries, say like Russia, the slogan will be, you're going to like the way you look, and if not, I'll break your fucking legs. In Afghanistan, it's like, you're going to like the way you look, and if not, China, it's like, you like the way you look, you don't like, you get out my store. Countries are weird. Do you know you can't bring fruit from Mexico to California? Yeah, it's because of the fruit flies, right? Yeah. No, they don't want the fruit flies in Mexico coming to California and taking our fruit flies' jobs. Heard about this new airline is Homeless Airlines. Just sit in the box and do shrooms all day. They're adding an expansion, homeless space. It's basically the same thing, but about half an hour into it, they throw the box and down in traffic. Better not be fucking Mexican food flies looking out there. I hate flying. I hate planes. I hate flying. Because being in a plane is a lot like being in a prison. You're in a small, confined space for an extended period of time. The food is shit. And you're afraid to go to sleep because you're worried the guy next to you is going to fuck you. Was that just me? So I got into an argument the other day with my friend about evolution. And, I believe in evolution, and he doesn't. And he eventually came up with this argument. He said, well, I just can't conceive of the idea that I am descended from a monkey. I told him it's not that hard to believe. You heard when Bush was president, right? Back then the country was run by a monkey. Could you imagine if presidents were allowed to swear? You know, go on. Be like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shake. Fuck! Oh, shit. So, last week, I got the shit kicked out of me by a multi-ethnic gang. You hear one of these? Okay. Let me explain it to you. It's a very precise order. First, the black guy comes up. He's got a bucket of KFC. And he just puts it on your head. Then a Mexican comes up. He's got a baseball bat and hits you until candy falls out. Then the Asian comes up. He does algebra until he gives me a headache and then hits me with his calculator. Then the Jew comes up. The Jew. Oh, wait, it's okay, I'm Jewish. You haven't fucking noticed already. Jew. He organizes my portfolio, steals my wallet, and offers to do my taxes. After I kindly decline, he tries to guilt me into it. After I decline a second time, he shoots himself in the foot. So, afterwards, I had to go to the emergency room because I got the shit kicked out of me. And I got a Russian doctor. Awful. So I'm sitting in the room, and the doctor comes in, walks in and says, so you know why you are here? I said, well, yeah, I got the shit kicked out of me. I need you to help me. He said, no, you are here because you are a pussy. Guess I didn't know that already. So I said, well, what are you going to do about that? He said, first I sanitize him. He leaves the room and he comes back with a bottle of vodka. He just starts pouring it on me. So it stung, you know, so I told him, hey man, it fucking stings. He said, you know why this sting? This sting because you are pussy. My 5-year-old son have bigger balls than you. I've only got one last thing to say. I was here the other day at an open mic, and right after I got off, someone came up to me outside. He said, you know what, you're pretty good. You should get an Asian. I said, no, I need an Asian, someone who could do the numbers.
Vote for Godfrey, people. Having a good time, right? Thank you, Lord. I want to do this before I bring up the next one. We only got a couple more comments here tonight, so I'm going to do this before. Are there any married people here? Did you raise your hand? Where the married people make more noise than raising your hand? Where are you?
Oh yeah, right.
Yes, you're at the house, making a lot of noise. Come on, man. Where are the dating people at? Come on, I know you guys are all here. That's awesome. That is awesome. That's great. How long have you guys been dating?
A year.
His head's in the other. She knows the answer. What did you say? Yeah, see that? She's testing you right there. Yes, mofo, you better have the right answer. What did you say?
342 days.
Is that what you have?
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
You know. She knows. She's gonna tell you higher or lower, right? What you 4 months? She knows. This is awesome because I like to talk about it because I'm married. We're married people. You are here, and I like to tell the dating people that I am married because I kind of got tricked into it. That's just not even the joke yet, bro. But laughing at that part because when you're dating a girl, they have this trick called "You're the One." Where you're hanging out with them and you're like, this is awesome, and she will tell you, you're the one. And there's a guy, I was like, the one what, baby? And she's like, the one I want to spend the rest of my life with. Did you hear that fucking giggle? Because she knows that is a real thing. Girls are trying not to laugh right now because that is don't give away our secret! This is true. And I thought to myself, because when a girl tells you that, it's like, oh my gosh, that is so awesome. Someone wants to spend the rest of their life with me. But then it's me, I'm like, do I really want to spend the rest of my life with someone who thinks I'm their best option? Yeah, exactly. I know me, and I don't even like hanging out with me. So her thinking ain't quite all there. So then the next thing that she did, she's all like, we should get married. And whoa, baby, slow it down. We only been dating like 8 or 9 years. Where's this marriage talk come from? Thank you for the one fucking clap. And then they have it even. This is the worst trick of all. There's no backing out of this when they pull this shit on you. They send the kids around to ask you, hey, Dad, when are you going to marry Mom? Yeah, because that is a hard conversation to have with your children. Guys, marriage is a lot of responsibility, okay? Exactly. We can't rush into something like this. She won't even let us have a dog. What kind of commitment is that? Yeah, and when you get married, things change. Like the first thing that happens is Daddy's got to pay all the rent, not just his half. You're gonna pay Grandma that much money for one bedroom? Bullshit. And you know what else I found out too? I found out that I'm not as romantic as I used to be. And I found this out because my wife told me so. And it's funny because when you've been dating long enough, when a woman tells you, you're not as romantic as you used to be, the only way to answer this is, I'm sorry, I'll change, I'll try better, but since I've done my shit, I said, what do you mean? And she told me, she said, remember when we first started going out, how we used to go to the park and just walk and talk for hours? That was so romantic. I'm like, baby, that wasn't me being romantic, that was me being broke. So you know who walks and talks in the park all day for hours? Homeless people. Yeah, and have you ever seen like a homeless couple walking down? She don't look happy. She's just telling him the whole time, when are you going to take me inside or something? That's great, I lost you with that, that's awesome. I don't care. I'm going to tell this thing, because my wife, she likes to cuddle. She's a cuddler. Ladies, where are you? I know you were there because I didn't fit luck of the draw on this. I know you're cuddlers out there. She gets mad because I don't like to cuddle. I'm more of a roll over and get some sleeper. Guys, any of you here? Jim, get that on you. I apologize for that. But this is something that me and him have probably experienced together. When I decided I'm gonna cuddle with my lady, so after we have the relations, I kind of snuggle up with her and I put my head on her chest and I'm getting all snuggly, and then I got my head just lying there, and her chest is going up and down and up and down, and I'm like, how am I gonna fucking sleep with like this? And her breath is just in and out like. And I start thinking to myself, hey, this is like being on a boat. Because that sounds like the ocean. Get on a hot, sticky boat. That's what it is. I'm glad you laughed at that. And then all of a sudden, her stomach does this thing. I'm glad you guys laughed at that because she didn't think that shit was funny. You guys freaking stop on a dime. This is fantastic. Bring it on! Bring on the next joke! I'm gonna bring on the next joke. Now I'm gonna bring on the next comic. If I can remember who it is. You guys are gonna love him. Oh wow, I didn't know he was this time. Alright guys, this is his first time and I heard he's going to destroy it. Let's keep it going for William Miller. Come on!
Alright. Thanks all for coming out, that's cool. So, I talked to, I went and saw my dad a couple weeks ago. Introduced you to my dad. He's about 5'2". Dad, people dad. He speaks broken English from Ecuador. And he's about 75 years old. And he moved really slow. But what he does is he holds on to money really tight. You know, anybody got the parents that hold on to, or grandparents that really hold on to money, don't want to let go of it? Well, he's like that. He doesn't want to see anything. He'll only buy anything on sale, 50% off. You know, anything that's good for free, he'll take it. So he goes to Mexico to get his teeth fixed. And he got some replacements the other day. And I said, Dad, you're going to go to Mexico. You don't know what kind of regulations they have. I mean, those dentists over there, they don't have any kind of regulations. I said, you know, for all you know, you could have donkey teeth in there. I said, you're crazy. You ain't no donkey teeth. These are my real teeth. So, I was talking to my dad, I'm 40 years old, and I was talking to him, and I said, you know, I'm going through my 40-year crisis. I'm trying to change careers and trying to do something different. So I said, Dad, check this out. I said, listen to me, hear me out. I said, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to quit my job, and listen, I'm going to move in with you. He goes, all of a sudden I became a 5-year-old. He goes, okay, you're going to quit your job? So you're going to quit your job, what are you going to do? Huh? You're going to live with me? You're going to sleep on a couch? You're going to eat my food? You're not going to do nothing? You're not going to clean the house? You're going to watch cartoons? You're not going to do your homework? 40 years old. I said, you know, wouldn't it be great if I could just act like a 5-year-old? You know, when you start talking to me, it would go something like this. So what are you going to do? You're going to get a job?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm going to get a job. I don't know what I'm going to do. I sell lemonade in the corner. I can make good money. I can sell the neighborhoods and then get refreshed. I really got a money. Maybe I could do paper route. I just get mine, and then I could just paper route. Just throw papers in. Hold on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be a comedian. I'm going to make money. I'm really famous, and I'm going to be rich.
Why do kids do that? They go, It's like the end, like, I think we should incorporate it as adults, you know, when you say something. Yeah, so you know, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy 5 houses. There's a recession right now, the houses are really cheap. And I'm gonna sell them when it's high, and I'll make a lot of money, and I'm gonna be rich. Sound good, Bill? Right on, do it. So my dad, I'm on my dad kick right now. He stopped drinking. He used to drink a lot. So growing up, you know, I was dealing with him. And with my dad, what he does when he drinks, he starts arguing with himself. Yeah. All of a sudden, you know, you walk in the house and he's in the living room.
You know, fuck you. You don't know who you're talking to. You fucking with me, huh? You know, it's okay. It's okay. I talk to you. You know, you come in the house and you come out of the house, you close the door. I got air conditioner. I pay for that. And you don't close the door. Okay? I got bills to pay. I got a lot of things to do. So you fuck you. Fuck you and fuck you.
Okay. But there's a point where my dad, he gets to a point where if you catch him in the middle, you're good. Because he passes out or he's drunk. Right in the middle is when he becomes philosophical. And that's where you want to get him. So you can ask him any question and he'll philosophize. He'll be like, you know, hey Dad, you know where the ketchup is?
Is it a tomato? It's a tomato, it doesn't make a lot of ketchup. You know, because if you don't cash up, you'll get left behind. And when you get left behind, my friend, you stay there. You know, life is just go ahead for you. But you stay behind because you sit there. You know? It's like you have one shoe. Okay, like a guy walk around with one shoe, he walk a crooked. You know? He's like a crab. You know, like a crab, you walk like this. Okay? And if you got crab, you're gonna make crab sandwich. And when you make a crab sandwich, you miss the one thing. One thing I tell you right now, you miss one thing. It's a ketchup.
I said, Dad, you just don't even have ketchup.
I just tell you what I see. I tell you what I see.
So to my dad, you know, I like to say at the end of his little speech, I say, wow, that's deep. So everybody can say, wow, that's deep one time for my dad? That's what she said.
And to bring up your last student from the Sandy Shore Comedy Graduation Showcase, I want you guys to make it loud just for this guy, because this guy's bringing the clothes for you guys. Let's make it loud for Kyle Brown. Come on.
Alright. How you guys all doing that? Well, get ready. It's like sex with me. This is going to be the best 3 minutes of your life. It's not even exactly my wife should fake it. It's a huge confidence builder. So, for a few of you who don't know me, my name is Kyle Brown. During the day, I work as a celebrity personal trainer and nutritionist. And you know, you won't believe the things I get to see as a trainer. Everybody's always looking for that quick fix and that easy way out. It blows my mind that even these intelligent women, they look at magazine covers to try to set their goals. So the other day I had this client, Lisa, come on in, and she was like, Lisa, what are your goals? She said,
So, I need to lose 20 pounds by 6 o'clock. Because I was totally hot date with this guy that I met on Match.com. And honestly,
I look nothing like my profile pictures. So I put her on the Farmville diet, where she's growing her own organic food on Facebook. Let me tell you, she was looking hot. Well, these are pictures on here. So every Monday for me, it's like fitness confessional. Clients coming in all depressed. It's one client who happens to be here tonight, Peter. I walked in all depressed on Monday, and he was like,
Yesterday. Forgive me, trainer fries. And Saturday was my daughter's birthday party. And I had 3 pieces of pizza and a slice of cake. So I looked at him like, well, Peter, why don't you give me 30 push-ups, 2 hail piles, leave your money in the basket on the way out. I think a lot of our crazy habits and neuroses basically come from our parents. So growing up, I had this stereotypical, worried, panicked mom. She was always like,
Well, have fun, but be careful. Make sure that you have your helmet.
no, it didn't matter what I was doing, I was always wearing my helmet. So I'm a 6 foot, 200-pound athlete. But because of her, I'm afraid of snakes, spiders, sharks, knives, big dogs, and little ones, fast cars, heights, and walking alone in the dark. So the other day, I was with my wife and we dropped the baby off over at my parents' house, and I was like, okay, bye Mom, thanks for watching Ava, I'm going to go over and do my yoga class. She's like,
Yoga? Well, have fun, but be careful. Make sure that you have your helmet.
that was yoga class.
You know, the other day I saw the news that this guy was, you know, he did a handstand and he fell. He could have died.
I can't believe I'm the only guy who wears a helmet in yoga class. I think a lot of our crazy habits that we get, they basically come from our parents. So, growing up, a lot of you heard something like, make sure you finish your food because there's starving children in Africa, right? How many of you heard that before, right? Now, is me licking my plate clean gonna feed the starving children in Africa? You know what the moms say in Africa? You gotta put down your fork. There's fat kids in America. So one thing my mom did do right is she kicked my ass outside to go play after school. So the recent stats show that the average teenager spends 53 hours a week online. It's pretty crazy, right? It's like 7.5 hours a day. So everybody's freaking out, nobody knows what to do about it, but don't worry. You know me, I've come up with a solution. It goes a little something like this. It's called a Facebook workout. So it goes a little something like this. And I'm just going to show you guys, and then you can go try this at home. So it goes, search for hobbies. Search for hobbies. Search for hobbies. Search for hobbies. Block the creepers. Block the creepers. Block the creepers. Upload photos. Upload photos. Upload photos. Upload photos. Hold your friends. Tag your friends. Hold your friends. Tag your friends. Are they you guys? A lot of fun. One more, and please don't forget to tell all your friends.
Keep it going. Come on. Keep it going for the Sandy Shore Comedy graduation.
And that was Wesley barking in the back. Keep it going for Wesley, too. He loves it when you clap. See that? Did you guys have a good time when you did, didn't we?